By now you probably know the latest on Iran situation. President Trump and JD Vance signed a Memorandum of Understanding to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, ease some sanctions in phases, start nuclear talk within a 60-day window, and try to wind down the conflict while keeping real leverage. Oil is already flowing again, and prices are dropping. And today I was thinking to just have a look at the hilarious full-blown tantrum from the usual pro-Israel crowd in America. Ben Shapiro is calling the whole thing a disaster, blaming JD Vance for not serving Trump well. Loomer is raging that it's awful for our country, and we should have destroyed the regime instead. Levin is demanding the full text be released and warning it could be a surrender that lets Iran regroup. Bro, these guys are losing it because Trump isn't blindly following the old neocon maximum pressure forever script, putting Israel's interests above America's. They wanted endless commitments, no deals unless Israel signs off, and basically America as Israel's enforcer. This is exactly why America First won big. Americans voted for a president who puts our economy, energy, security, and troops first, not endless foreign wars or blank checks. Trump is trying pragmatic deals while keeping pressure on jihadist regime in Iran. That's leadership, not weakness. The usual commentators can cry all they want. Trump isn't their puppet anymore.
I'm noticing that Mohammed Khalibaf, who will apparently on Friday be literally in a photo op with the Vice President of the United States. I cannot express to you how stomach-turning that is. I don't care who the Vice President is. I don't care who the President is. Leaders of the United States of America in a photo op with a mass murdering terrorist supporter like Mohammed Khalibaf shaking hands 6 months after he blew away 42,000 innocent people in the streets, and weeks after his administration was firing missiles at literally all of our allies in the region and continues to support every terrorist group in the region and is currently continuing to control the strait. Like right now, it is not fully open for business unless the Iranians have quote unquote decided it is. The idea here is that somehow this administration and the deal that has been cut weakens Hezbollah. I'm not seeing it so much. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's there. Again, we haven't seen the MOU for the 1,000th time. We haven't seen the MOU. That's not because of me. I would like to see the MOU. I think you would like to see the MOU. Hell, I think we'd all like to see the MOU. If Israel is not a party to the actual talks, which they are not, they have not been included in the talks. If Israel is not a signatory to the agreement, which they are not, how in the world could you tie Israel's hands when it comes to self-defense in Lebanon while Hezbollah is firing rockets and drones over the border at Israeli citizens? Shall we say that this is not a popular MOU, from what I understand, in Israel? And again, Israel, they were flying jets alongside American jets during this whole operation. Iran was firing at American soldiers during this whole operation. So playing halvesies is a bit strange. If we release funds, or if we tell our Arab Gulf state allies to release funds to Iran, it doesn't have to be American taxpayer dollars. That is us releasing money to Iran. If you unfreeze money to a terrorist group, that is in fact money going to a terrorist group. It does not have to come from American. That's sleight of hand. It's rhetorical sleight of hand. I was not under the impression that you and I would be paying taxpayer dollars to go straight to Iran. But if we press people to release money to a terror state in order for them to continue to toll the strait and to exert control whenever they feel threatened, or for them to rebuild their ballistic missile and nuclear capacities, that is a gigantic mistake. To go back to the 5 standards of a good deal versus a bad deal would look like continued nuclear development. A bad deal would look like continued ballistic missile development. A bad deal would look like funding of terrorism abroad continuing. A bad deal would look like continued Iranian control over the strait and tolling of the strait. And a bad deal would look like more funding going into Iran.